Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of May. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the explosion of tax credits in Missouri and their impact on the state's budget. Missouri now has a total of 47 active tax credit programs. They're costing the state as much as $600 million a year, and the amount continues to grow. That's lost revenue that could be used to deal with the continuing budget challenges facing the state, including funding for K-12 education. MSBA Deputy Executive Director Melissa Randall served on a tax credit review commission that developed a number of recommendations designed to rein in tax credits. She says without some limits, tax credits will continue to grow rapidly as a percentage of the state budget.
When tax credits were first really active in Missouri in terms of being passed by the General Assembly, it was in the late 90s. And at that time, they had an impact of very little on the general revenue. They had about a 1.7% impact. We have seen 408% growth in tax credit, the amount of tax credits authorized and redeemed by taxpayers since 1998. That is scary growth. It's about over 17%, close to 18% growth per year. And right now, in terms of general revenue, we're spending close to 8% of our general revenue is being diverted to tax credits.
Randall also says tax credits have a significant impact on the ability of the state to fund essential services, such as education.
When we're spending more on tax credits than we are on community colleges, on early childhood, when we're seeing significant cuts in these priority areas, transportation, and we're looking at higher ed gutted and K-12 continuing to sustain cuts in terms of not being able to execute the foundation formula. It's disappointing to see that much money go to tax credits.
Members of the Education Roundtable, including MSBA, are supporting tax credit reform as a way to generate additional state revenue without raising taxes. Nearly 60% of school districts throughout the state now say they have students taking online courses, and that number is growing. For many districts, online learning provides a way to offer courses that otherwise might not be available to students, and as a way to offer quality professional development opportunities for teachers and other staff. Dr. John Flores is the Executive Director of the United States Distance Learning Association, and he tells MSBA online learning is on vertical climb.
Everybody knows that online learning is here, it's here to stay. So the question is, how do we build the best programs using the best technologies, employing the best pedagogy, using the best standards to make sure that the overall experience, both for the teacher, the student, and the parent, is one at the highest level of excellence possible, so that that student can achieve at the highest level of excellence that's possible.
The entire interview with Dr. Flores was presented during MSBA's spring regional meetings. He was joined in the interview by Dr. Nish Sonwalker, the Director of Research for USDLA. In order to support Missouri school districts with their online learning needs, MSBA has joined with the University of Missouri-Columbia College of Education and MoreNet to form the MSBA Online Consortium. Its goal is to provide high-quality online learning resources to public schools throughout the state that are developed by public schools, institutions of higher education, and selected private sector providers. For more information on MSBA's online consortium, visit the MSBA website. Well, if you're newly elected to your school board, you're probably aware you need to get 16 hours of training during your first year of service. MSBA provides that training through our Certified Board Member program. Part of the essential board member certification is now available to you online, while the rest is provided in a classroom setting. We offer the in-person portion of the training on a number of dates and at various locations throughout the state. Visit the MSBA website for a schedule of the training opportunities. We encourage you to complete your training as soon as possible during your first year of service. Also, don't forget to register for the MSBA Leadership Summit. That's coming up June 15th and 16th in Columbia. Sessions at the summit will focus on the recommendations contained in the Missouri Public Education Vision Project report developed by MSBA and the Missouri Association of School Administrators. And be sure to send a delegate from your board to the Delegate Assembly, held in conjunction with the Leadership Summit, where state officers will be elected and changes to the association's platform will be considered. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.